you guys to know. If you're watching it on Facebook and you ask a question and I don't address it, that's why. I will get back and reply in the comments. But if you're on the Zoom call and you have questions, I'll open it up for Q&A at the end. So hello, welcome. Like I said, if this is your first call with Zaya Active, I'm so excited that you're here. I know all of us leaders are here. For those who don't know me, I'm Jenny Barrett, and I'm the founder of Team Zaya Pursuit and one of the co-founders of Out of Office. And so we're super excited to be offering this resource to you guys so that you can feel good about starting your Zaya Active business. I know that if it's not your first direct sales business, or if it is, either way, you have all these scary feels, excitedness is just all bubbling out. I totally remember that feeling and how awesome it is, but also that it can be a lot and it can be overwhelming. And so what we want to do is simplify this for you, give you some really clear points to go forth and put into action. And then from there, grow your business. That's the biggest thing. So you being on this call, and those of you who are either live on the call or are watching the call, I want to preface with awesome job. Like, you can't believe how in the minority you are for taking action in your business. Not many people will take this business and run really far with it. So if you are here, then awesome job for taking that step to show up. By you being here, I'm going to assume that you're serious about your business. So as I go through this training and give you pieces of what you want to do, just kind of keep that in mind. I'm assuming that you're here and you're here to work. So Zaya Active, if you don't know much about the company, I hope that you've been able to do your research, but we've been around for just over 4 years. We just had our 4-year anniversary in February. So we are still just considered a baby company, but gosh, we have come so far. The growth has been incredibly exponential in our last year. It's wild where we have gone from year 1, year 2, up until now. So where you are right now is literal gold. You couldn't have joined at a better time. Everything is so amazing right now. Our website is on point. Our inventory is on point. Our new releases are amazing. Everything is just running so smoothly. So you are, like I said, here in the perfect time. So what I want to start out talking about is your mindset. And I promise I will get into the nitty gritty of, what actionable steps to take and things like that. But first things first, I always talk to new reps about their mindset. And your mindset needs to be that this business is fun. It's so fun. And I want you to always keep it that way. So if you start to feel overwhelmed or like you're, just digging yourself too deep, take a deep breath and remember why you started this. It's fun. When you take away everything, we get to wear and share leggings. And that is the most rad job that we could possibly have. Like the fact that we get to put on an outfit and show up and share not only clothes, but we get to share this incredible community that if you're new, you'll get to understand that it's so special. Like, that's the job. And there is more to it as we'll go through. But first and foremost, that is it. And I want you to bring yourself back to that every single time you start to struggle. I want you to remember that this business is fun and it's incredible. And you're here, like I said, you're striking gold by being here. So head into your business with that mindset that this is the coolest thing that you could possibly be doing. And you are so rad for saying yes. So you're brand new. Where do you start? What I want you to do is, if you haven't already done these things, when you're done with this call, make sure that you go and find your direct sponsor and have them help you with these things, okay? If you have signed up with a direct sponsor that is not actively working the business, is not somebody who does it for more than like the discount or anything like that, remember that you have uplines above that person as well. So you have a ton of resources and people at your fingertips. Like I said, if you signed up with maybe a friend who just buys for the discount or something like that, and you don't feel like you have a lot of help, just know that you do. You can always reach out to one of us leaders here in Out of Office. Whomever is in your upline, we're here to help you. So I want you to schedule a one-on-one call with your sponsor. Your sponsor is going to be that person who can show you the way. They're going to give you like a roadmap of, okay, What do you want to accomplish? This is what you need to do. And they'll be your home base. Anytime that you want to, dive into something new, or you're feeling overwhelmed, or you're feeling excited about anything like that, your sponsor, if I was your sponsor, that is what I am here for, is to be your home base. It's my responsibility to hold your hand and guide you and give you the tools. What it is not a sponsor's responsibility to do is run your business for you. So what we provide to you is going to be, something that you then have to take and you have to apply it. But we're going to be there with you every step of the way. And like I said, if you find yourself in a situation where you maybe are signed up under somebody who is not doing those steps, that's okay. That happens. You don't need an upline. You have so many resources at your fingertips, and one of us is always here to help you. So I just want to make that clear. So schedule that one-on-one call with your sponsor. You two can connect. You can let them know why you're here, what you're looking for in this business, and then they can help you get a game plan. You want to go on and personalize your website. That is step 2. Again, your sponsor can help you with that. Each of us leaders in Out of Office have, I know, super step-by-step guides of how to do that. And if you need help, you just let us know. But you want to personalize your website so that you have something that is simple and easy for people to recall. If you already have maybe like a business entity, that would be a good name to use. Otherwise, just use your first and last name, in my personal opinion. That's going to be easy for somebody. If you tell them, oh, I'm a Zaya rep, my website is myzaya.com/Jenny Barrett, which it's not, by the way, which is why I can give this advice, because I wish that I would have made it my first and last name. But choose something simple and easy so that people can recall your website when they want to shop and they think of you as their activewear person. And lastly, what I want you to do before you dive in is to determine your why. This is going to be probably a big portion of your call with your sponsor. But like I mentioned in the beginning, setting up your mindset to go into this business is really important. That's part of it, determining your why. Your why is going to be what gets you to show up. Your why is going to be what drives you to work hard and what drives you to set a goal and make that next step. If this is something that's out of your comfort zone and is scary for you, that why is going to take care of you in a way that you can't yet understand. It can't be surface level. It needs to be something deeper. So I want you to sit down with your sponsor and talk about that. And when I say it can't be surface level, what I mean by that is that it really can't just be something that you're saying, oh, I want to make a couple extra $100. That's wonderful. And if you want to do that, I'm here to tell you that you will do that. And I'm positive of it because we're going to show you how. But I want you to think about, why do you want to make that extra couple $100? What difference would that make in your life or your family's life? Is it because you want to pay an extra bill? Is it because, you want to have fun money to go and do things? Take that, go even a step further. What does it feel like for you right now when you want to go grocery shopping? You don't want to check your bank account. What does it feel like if you want to take a trip, but you don't have it in the budget and you just can't find it? You want to get your nails done, for goodness sake, but you can't because you just don't want to spend that extra money. And like I said, your why can be whatever you want. It does not have to be about money. That's just a really easy example. But I don't want you to leave it at that. I want to make an extra $200. That's my why, because that why is not strong enough. And if it comes down to you needing to work extra hard or make a sacrifice or do something that's scary out of your comfort zone, such as me getting on this call, I have had anxiety about this call all day because it's scary to come and talk to a group of people. I'm in a room all by myself, and yet, it's just so nerve-wracking because you're on the spot. And so my why is important enough to me that I show up for my business. So I don't want to go off on a tangent on your why, but that is going to be extremely important and will come up probably daily in your business. So make sure that you sit down with your sponsor. If you need help coming up with something, ask them to help you dig and ask you questions. But I want you to write that down and I want you to keep it handy. If I ask you your why right now, like if I unmute you and ask you what your why and you're not a brand new rep, I want you to be able to spout it off right then. You should be able to just have it roll off your tongue of why you're doing this business, and understand that it will morph over time. but I want you to come up with that. So first things first, before you do anything, when you get off this call, if you don't know what your why is, figure it out. And like I said, we're here to help you with that, but it's just really going to make all the difference. So next, you're going to talk with your sponsor, and you're going to do this yourself, obviously, but it's your launch party. When you hear us talk about launch party, I know that a lot of us use this term and it's kind of like jargon, because people are like, what the heck is a launch party? Like, what does that even mean? And it's so funny to me, because when I think about if I would know what that means outside of Zaya, I would have absolutely no idea. So it's basically like you're coming out into Zaya society. You are announcing to whoever you want, which is everybody. You're announcing to them like, hey, I did this thing. I'm so excited. I started this business. Who wants to come and support me? So your launch party is your chance. Your launch party is like the chance to get yourself out there and connect with as many people as you can and tell them what you're doing and why. You want to use that why and let them know. So, a lot of people do launch parties in a lot of different ways. Obviously, we're in a little bit different time in history, and in-person things are not quite as possible. So definitely the most common way to have a launch party, I would say, is on Facebook. If you are not somebody who is on Facebook, then you can obviously discuss with your sponsor, or you can personally come up with a way that you can do that outside of Facebook. We have so many ways to do that. So if you hear the word Facebook and you're like, don't want to do it, don't be discouraged by that, because there's plenty of ways. But personally, I don't use Facebook a lot for my business, and I still believe that Facebook is the best and easiest way to do your launch party, just because of the features that they have are not duplicated on any other platform at this time. So maybe we'll get there, but I'm going to go over a couple things with you on your launch party. So if you're able to, I know I was talking to Deb earlier and she's on her treadmill, so I know you can't take notes, but if you're able to take notes, and if you can't take notes, go back, re-listen to this part and take notes. I'm going to go over who you want to invite, where to host it, how to make it successful. And I want to talk to you again about mindset. Sorry that I'm going to keep pounding this in, but we're a big personal development group over here, and we're going to make you believe in yourself, and we're going to make you listen to personal daily development by choice, because you're going to fall in love with it. So those are the things that I'm going to go over with you on your launch party. So let's dive into who to invite first. I want you to find a happy balance with this. I do want you to invite everybody that you can think of. What I don't want you to do is send out like a big mass invite by just clicking everybody on your friends list and saying invite and then walking away. I want you to think about this as like your open house. You're opening a new business, and say you have a brick and mortar, and which is nice because we don't have to do any of these things because we don't have a brick and mortar. We have the luxury of an online business. But say you have a brick and mortar. You're opening on Main Street in downtown, and this is your opening night. You're not going to go around and just like hang a sign on everyone's door, like slip a note under the door and be like, hope they come, and then run away. You're going to go inside and you're going to say, hi, I'm Jenny. I just opened a business down the street and I would love for you to come and check it out. I think that it could be something that maybe you would like, maybe your friends or your family, or maybe even we could have some mutual customers. Would you want to come check it out? That's what you're going to say to them. You're not going to like slip something under the door and then run away. So I want you to personally invite people to that launch and think of it as your open house. This is your coming out to society. You get to walk down the stairs in your white ball gown and say, welcome to my Zaya party. I really hope that some of you do that in our white luxe unicorn set. That would be hilarious. So I want you to invite everybody that you can think of. And a lot of times it's really, really helpful to make a list and just write it down, because once you start to write things down, then it just starts to flow. And maybe that's just me and us pen and paper girls. But I know that if you're typing it, if you're writing it, you're thinking, oh, I'm going to invite Courtney. I'm going to invite Natalie. Oh, that's right. I'm going to invite who's on Natalie's team, blah, 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 and you can just go through, and writing down someone's name or typing out someone's name will jog your memory of more people, I promise. So write these things down, write who you want to invite to your party. And don't be shy. Don't not invite somebody just because you're going to be embarrassed if they say no. If they say no, it's totally fine. Something that we say a lot in my family is that it's an invitation, not an obligation. So you don't have to feel weird about inviting somebody because they're not obligated to come. You're just, remember, we're not sending out 1,000 invites to these people. We're just simply asking them, hey, I just opened up my business down the street. Do you want to come in and check it out? Obviously, we're going to use different wording because it is an online party. So please do not take what I'm saying and use it verbatim because that will look silly. So invite whomever you can think of that would love activewear, which cough, cough is everybody. And then I can hear my baby screaming. Hopefully we make it through this call without my baby coming upstairs. I begged them not to come upstairs. I have a 4-month-old and a 5-year-old. So mom life. But like I said, invite everybody that you can think of that loves activewear. And then ask them to invite their friends. Don't feel weird about that. You have a new business. And this is what I wanted. This is the point I wanted to drive home, because obviously who to invite is like, duh, everybody that I know. But take it one step further and let them know, hey, I'm super excited about this business. I really think that this can go far. This company is incredible. Like, you couldn't believe how much of a gold mine I just stumbled on. Would you mind inviting a couple friends that also love activewear? Do you have any friends who love Lululemon? Do you have any friends who are big Athleta fans? Hey, I know at your CrossFit box, you guys are pretty tight. Would you mind inviting your friends from that? It's just an online, and if they don't want to come, no big deal or whatever. If you take it that one step further and ask them to then invite people, you're doing two things. You are asking for referrals and getting comfortable with that, but also you're just getting the word out to even more people, and you're opening up your launch party in your business right off the bat to more people than you would typically have access to. So I could talk about that all night, so I will just cap it there. I can talk more about that on another training on how to invite properly. So where to host it? Typically, I would suggest doing it on Facebook. My preference and what I suggest to new reps who you choose me as their mentor is to do it in a private Facebook group, not a private Facebook event. You have a lot more things at your fingertips with groups than you do with events. And it's nice because it is a closed private area. So I do make that a private group. But you also have the option to, of course, you can do it in person if you want. You can do it on Instagram. You can do it via text. You can do it however you want. Like I said, connect with your sponsor if you want to come up with ways to host a launch party outside of Facebook. But Facebook is where I would personally suggest doing that, because then you have those people in a captured space and you have all of their information and everything. So that's what I would suggest. So host it in a Facebook group. That is what you're going to send to people when you invite them once they say yes. Don't send them an invite and then send the Facebook group too. Ask them and wait for them to say yes. Then you can send them that link, and it's very easy. So how to make your launch party successful? Number one, just make sure that you're having fun. Make sure that you are, I'm going to mute somebody. Make sure that you are sharing why you joined Zaya and why you're so excited. I want you to bring that same excitement and those butterflies that you had in your stomach when you hit the enroll button. Bring that to your launch party, and I promise it will be successful. All of the other things, as far as like, what do I post? And, am I going to do it right? All of those things don't matter. Your sponsor, whoever is helping you with your launch party, we can help you with that. But really, the website has everything that they need to shop. So don't worry about posting the wrong thing or like not posting one item and then having that ruin your whole party. The biggest piece that you can bring to your party to make you successful is you. You are what you're selling at this point. You are why people are coming to this launch party. They have never heard of Zaya. They don't know how to say Zaya. They're going to say, what's this Zia leggings brand that I've heard so much about? So right now they're here for you. So I want you to capitalize big on that. And I want you to bring the excitement to the party. Just talk about why you friggin' love this brand. Do you own it already? Post about that. Try on the leggings. Show them how the leggings give you a tummy tuck. Whatever your personal experience is with Zaya and why you just could not wait to hit enroll and why you jumped on this call to learn about this business, because you want to make it something good and big, and you can see that potential in your head, just like us leaders could. That's what I want you to bring to your launch party. That is how you're going to make it successful. Because like I said, there's no wrong way to do a launch party. The only reason we have guides, you know, how to do this, how to do that, is because some of us in the beginning said, this is how we do it. So I guess that's how you would want to do it. And so we didn't know what we were doing. We just dove in and just did what we wanted and posted, you know, things that made us feel good about Zaya. We love the community. We love, you know, the way that the clothes fit. We love how long things last. I love that I can roll out of bed in the morning and throw on a pair of leggings and a t-shirt and look like I didn't just roll out of bed. Whatever reminisce, you know, or whatever, I'm not going to be able to think of the right word, whatever connects you to Zaya and why you want to sign up, bring that to your launch party and post about that. I promise you cannot do it wrong. I've seen people post 1,000 different ways, and the person who kills it in their launch party is just flipping excited and is thanking people, is welcoming people. They're making it a party. It's not just them having that energy in the corner, you know, of their open house and saying, please, please, please buy, I hope somebody buys a pair of leggings, please. I don't want to go get through this with my, you know, my whole launch party without selling anything. Don't bring that energy. Just bring the energy that you had, like I said, when you hit enroll. And then I wanted to talk to you, like I said, about mindset again, going into your launch party. Your launch party is, the purpose of it is, yes, you would love to get sales. That would be awesome, right? Rad if you can get, you know, X amount of sales from your launch party, because that's just going to get you feeling excited. And trust me, if I'm your sponsor, it is my goal to get you that feeling of your first sale and getting a sale in your business. Trust me, I'm working hard with you to do that. But what I want you to think about is the bigger picture with your launch party. You want to book more parties. You want to share the excitement of Zaya so that other people are curious. Well, what is this? Like, oh, so you're getting free leggings, or I don't quite get, what is it that you're doing? You can share about how they can earn rewards and you can book more parties. And that's the big goal, is to get your calendar full. I'll talk about that. And then the other thing is that if you're sharing your excitement about why you just joined this new company and why you couldn't help but join, you're probably going to get a couple people intrigued, and they may not sign up today during your launch party, but they're going to watch you. And so that's the goal too, is that you want to just use your magnetism with your excitement and bring people in. And this is your chance, because like I said, this is your open house. So your goal, like I said, yes, you do want to get sales. I will talk about, you know, the goal of earning back the cost of your starter kit and how to do that. And I will break that down for you. But please remember that, you know, there is no right or wrong dollar amount in your launch party. If you get one sale, hell yeah. If you get 10 sales, hell yeah. Like, it doesn't matter. And your worth is not wrapped up into how many sales you get in any given month or launch party. That can put a lot of pressure on people when they're like, my launch party sucked, I'm just going to quit. But I don't want you to do that. I want you to look at the bigger picture and just think about the fact that even if you get 0 sales, you've gotten the word about it and people know what you're doing and people know why you're excited. So don't be down if you don't get any sales. Don't put any worth around the amount of sales. But like I said, if I'm your sponsor and if, you know, you're someone's sponsor, it is our goal to get you as many sales as possible, because that's an awesome feeling. And that's obviously what you want in your business. I just don't want you to go and quit if your launch party doesn't go just exactly like you have it in your head. So the main goal that I know that I try to put out for people is, you want to earn your money back. You just spent, you know, if you're Canadian, you just spent $3.95. If you're in the US, oh wait, I don't know what the new price is with the conversion rate. Not going to do that in my head, but it's less than $3.95. The cost just went down because the conversion rate went down. So you're going to spend about $400 or less if you're in Canada. And then if in the US, you just spent $295. So that's not a small amount of money. And I know that you're probably 384. Thank you, Dinalda. You're probably thinking like, oh my God, I just spent $300, you know, so it's a lot. When you're starting a new business, typically it's not because you have all this money and you're flush and you're like, well, I'm just going to go blow $300 and start a new business. It's because you're looking to make something out of it. So when I talk about earning back the cost of your kit in your first month, I always feel so bad. I never do the numbers for Canada dollars because I'm in the US, and it's not because I leave Canada out. It's because I don't want to do the math and I stink at it. But the PV between Canada and US, I just want to throw this in really quick, is actually the same as far as I know. So if you're a Canadian rep and you're wondering about the numbers, pretty sure these are going to be the same, but your upline can kind of explain that because it does convert it itself. Like it does all of the work for you in the back office. We're in 2 countries, so, and planning on expanding. So I know this is going to get a little bit more complicated, but if you want to earn back, say you're $295, that's selling about $1,500 in your first month. And what I want to say is that if you're on this call, like I said in the beginning, if you're on this call, you're serious about this business and you want this to go somewhere. And if you're not, then I don't know. I guess I just decided that for you. You're on this call, so you decided that you want to go somewhere. So 1,500 and earning back the cost of your kit is awesome. But I want you to make this your goal every single month. Make it a non-negotiable to not go below that 1,500, because one of the really cool things about Zaya is that at 1,000 PV, and PV equals dollars, at $1,000 in sales, US dollars, then you actually get free money. Zaya will give you a bump in your commission of an extra 8%. And the higher your PV goes, the more free you just get. That 8% is huge. Like the fact that they do that is amazing. Before that, you make 20%. And then once you hit that point, you make 28% just automatically on your whole entire sales of the month. So regardless, you want to make sure that you're hitting that 1,000 because you don't want to leave money on the table. But that $1,500 is going to be an awesome starting point for you, because what that will do is it will put that starter kit money right back in your pocket. Now you can move forward. You are at a level playing field. You haven't invested anything additional. Now you're ready to go. You know, if anybody says that you had to spend money to get in or whatever, you've already made it back. No problem. So 1,500 is what you want to do. What I like to do is break that down. Okay. The average cost of our leggings is, say, $75. So 1,500 into $75, that is only 20 pairs of leggings. How many people do you know that regularly go to the gym or regularly wear leggings outside of the gym just for mom life or anything? So many people wear leggings. So if you can think of 20 people in your head that regularly wear leggings, I bet you can, then you're at that $1,500 right there. And that's not even counting our incredible selection of like sports bras, tank tops, cardigans, underwear, all the things. We have everything. We have everything for everybody. We have a men's line, we have a kids line. So when you break it down like that, earning back the cost of your kit in your first month is so simple, and you can totally do it. 20 pairs of leggings. If you sell 20 pairs of leggings, more than likely you're going to sell sports bras, tank tops, things like that too, because who just goes and buys a pair of leggings? I know that I always have to buy something else with it. So I want you to break it down in your head like that, and it will be a lot less scary than thinking about selling 1,500 US dollars. The other thing that I want you to get thinking about is that if you're here and you're serious about building a business, you're going to want to bring people in to do this with you. This is not a requirement whatsoever. If you are just here for the sales, cool. If this is just a fun hobby for you, cool. But if you do want to make a business out of it, I want you to think about the fact that if you're so excited about this business and you're just like jazzed about the fact that you are now a part of this amazing community, like I said, just wait and see. And you have access to all of these fun things. You're going to grow as a person. You're going to get this business off the ground. You don't want to keep that to yourself. So it's not about getting people to sign up with you or getting reps. It's about you openly sharing and saying, hey guys, like I just joined this really cool community. And you know, on top of the fact that we get together every week and we brainstorm of each other, and it's community over competition, and it's an incredible company, the backstory, like what we stand for, on top of all of that, we get paid to wear leggings. We get to wear leggings for a living. So if you're telling people that, chances are people are going to be like, wait, tell me more. I don't know. What do you mean? Is this real? Because that's how I felt when I signed up. So I want you to get out there and I want you to share the business confidently, because if you're excited about joining, then other people will too. And you can't imagine how many people's lives that you could change just by telling them about this business. And what I'm getting to with that is that I want you to focus on enrolling at least one rep per month if you're serious about growing this business. 1,500 PV, one rep, that is an incredible growth rate for you. That's going to be the standard if you want to take this business and run with it, really. We also have something in this company called the 3x4, and that is 2,500 PV, which is 2,500 US dollars, and 3 new enrollments and 4 closed parties, which we can get to. But that is going to be, that's what I call on my team, and I know a lot of us do call ultimate growth. So if you're thinking the 1,500 one rep, like, cool, that means I can grow my business. That means that I will be steady. I will make a paycheck. You know, I am going to get a commission every month and it's going to be, you know, significant. If you look at that and you think, cool, I'm going to do that, go a little further and do the 3x4. The 3x4 is the reason that we call it the ultimate growth, is because if you're doing those actions and you're enrolling people and helping them do the exact same thing that you're doing by enrolling people, your business is going to grow so fast and you're going to be so excited about the amount of people that you're impacting. That's going to be the biggest thing to you. But I want you to just get in your head that if you want to make a paycheck out of this, and you want to grow your business and you want to help people do the same, which I think is probably why you're here. Those are the biggest reasons, other than our community, to come and join this. Then make that your non-negotiable. Set that goal. You're going to sell 1,500 PV. You're going to sell, or you're going to enroll one person. You're going to share with as many people as you can why you're excited about it. No shame if you can't hit that goal, right? We never want to be down on ourselves if we don't hit a goal that we set, but set your goal there and you will definitely grow. And if you need more ideas of, okay, well, how do I get to that? How do I do that? This is what I want to do, but how do I do it? For sure, connect with your sponsor or one of us leaders, and we can help you there. But like I said, setting goals, that's a whole different call too. This is too short of a call for me to go into these things. Focus, Jenny. The other way that you're going to earn back your cost of your starter kit is obviously having more parties. Like I said, the goal of your launch party is to then book more parties, because what parties do is they bring in people. Say you have a hostess, and hostess, however she's doing it on Facebook or whatever platform it is that you want to use, she brings in, 50 of her friends or 20 of her friends, however many she invites. Those are people that you may not have had access to before. So then your network is now 50 people bigger. 3 people from that party decide to host a party. They each invite 50 of their friends. Your network just now grew by 150 more people. So that's the way that you grow. That's one of the most common questions that new reps get or ask me. I know that is, how do I expand my network? I don't know very many people. I don't know how I'll do this. I don't have a big following on social media. I'm just not quite sure where to start. And that's where you start. You just start by asking people basically, hey, can you help me by spreading the word about my new business? I'm having this open house. I have this launch party. If your launch party is over, then it's time to say, hey, I would love it if you could help me spread the word about this new business. It's activewear. It's so good. It definitely rivals Lululemon in quality, and everybody who tries it loves it. Would you want to help me out by spreading the word of my business? Then all they have to do is invite friends. It really is as simple as that. One little plug that I wanted to give you guys, and then I'm going to open it up for questions because I could literally just ramble on all night, is we have this resource. If you're watching this live in Out of Office right now, then you are in Out of Office already. If you haven't yet been added, make sure that your sponsor adds you. It is our collaborative community, and we have an entire section on something called multi-hostess parties. They are mega parties. This can make your life as a new rep especially a lot easier. What you do is basically, if you find these hostesses, you can lump a group of them, anywhere from like 2 to 6 hostesses, into one party. And then they invite all of their friends, and you have a fun little competition between these 2 to 6 hostesses. This makes it so that your ability to reach people is so much bigger, because you just have I don't want to get too far into it, but basically you're working smarter, not harder. So I just want to put that plug in that if you're not in out of office, make sure that you're added, and then go check out Mega Hostess parties after your launch party. Okay. So here's our goal. After all of that, our goal is to keep a mindset that we are going to have fun with this. Remember, your why has to be strong. I want you to make sure that you schedule that one-on-one call with your sponsor so that you can get your website personalized and get all of that set up. I want you guys to discuss your launch party. And like I said, if you didn't take notes, go back, write down all the things that I said about your launch party, because I definitely don't want to go back into detail about that. But use all of the resources that are available to you. Book more parties from your launch party. And then I guarantee that you will earn back that cost of your starter kit if you keep that in mind. 1,500 PV, 1,500 PV, bring one person into this so that you have a buddy to do it with you, and then stay consistent. That is the thing that I want to close with. Is it's not as easy as just stay consistent. It's not as easy as that. You just have to remember that showing up every day and every month makes a huge difference. So if you do all of these things and you go hot and heavy in your first month and you make back the cost of your starter kit and you have a kick-ass launch party and you do so well, but then you just completely fall off the face of the earth right after that's done, and you don't treat your business like a business and continue to follow up and accept the help from your sponsor, then that could be for nothing. And then all of that work that you put into it, that would be wasted. So I want you to make sure that you stay consistent. Your sponsor is there to support you, to help you, to give you tips on time management and time blocking and how to not burn out in your first month. So remember to stay consistent. So I hope that that is helpful. I ramble a lot and I talk a lot, so I'm going to open it up to questions. Let me check the chat really quick and just make sure that we don't have anything. Okay, I don't see any questions in the chat. So if anybody has questions, if you would unmute yourself and ask, then I would super appreciate it. And I'll just give it a couple minutes. And I'm also going to go over and just check the Facebook really quick. Okay. Not everybody at once, guys. Okay. Well, if you don't have any questions, then I assume that you're just going to go and kick ass this month in your first month.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So a little bit, not quite what you talked about, but I am a new rep, and I was wondering, if you recommend to have items in stock, like all the time, or do you wait until you have a customer that wants to order something?
You mean like carrying inventory, like at your house?
Yes.
So one of the awesome things, I'm glad that you asked that question. One of the awesome things about Zaya is that we don't have to carry inventory. Anything that you want to carry at your home is just totally your choice. And like me personally, the way that I run my business, some people do choose to have inventory, totally personal choice, just maybe for friends to try on in different sizes. But what happens is when somebody wants to shop, they go to your custom website that Zaya provides to you. They place their order directly through that website, and then that ships right to them. So you don't have to worry about it shipping to you. You don't have to place the order for them. I feel a sneeze coming on, so if I sneeze, sorry. But you don't have to do anything. Basically, what we're there for is to be like their personal shopper. We're there to maybe make size suggestions, tell them our favorite items. We can ask them what they love, and then we can make suggestions. But they actually typically will do the shopping themselves on the website. If you do choose to have an inventory, I can't remember where it is. Maybe we can get that resource for you, but I would personally say have very few things. Don't get yourself caught into that trap of buying a whole bunch of stuff for no reason. Just careful with that. But I say, it's fine if you want to have a couple items like our black pocket light and tights and a bomber bra for people to try on or something like that, but you certainly don't have to. So let me know if that answered your question.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Okay, Awesome. And then Lacey was wondering, so when we get paid, do you take the taxes off or do we figure that out? So you are a 1099 independent representative, so no taxes are removed when Zaya pays you. So you are considered self-employed. So it is your responsibility to determine whether you want to hold that back. When you file at the end of the year, and I don't know how Canada works, but when you file at the end of the year, you would essentially end up paying. So you would want to hold back a certain amount. Not a tax expert right here. I'm like the worst with taxes, but long answer is that you do want to hold back, but you get to decide how much. And then Madeline was wondering, why can't we have more than one launch party for ourselves? You totally can, actually. So this is sort of a two-part, so I'll read the rest of her question. If we have more friends that we can invite in first Facebook parties, what can we do? Why rely on friends of friends while we still have our own friends to invite? So the benefit to having your launch party is because you want to be the one to say like, woo, I just started this business. It's my launch party and it's brand new. That's really the purpose of that, but it doesn't have to stop there. Your personal promotion of your brand is going to continue. You're still going to promote to your friends. You can have parties of your own whenever you want. I know a lot of reps who do this constantly, like have a new party each month of their own. What I suggest is taking that launch party, say you did it in Facebook, and turning that into what you call your VIP group. You can call it whatever you want, but essentially it's a VIP group. And that basically is your party every month. You have your repeat customers there. You have people who you feel like would love the brand that you invite in. So you're constantly growing that group. And everybody does this a little bit differently. This is a personal choice, of course. We have so many ways that we can run our Zaya business, but you consistently can have parties every month. That's a big way that a lot of us earn our close. Like I know that the majority of new release Wednesdays, I'm closing out parties that I have saved up because us reps can actually redeem hostess rewards if nobody has gone over that with you yet. Sorry. And so the other benefit to you doing that at the same time as having parties is that, like I said, you get to expand your network. So if you have a ton of friends that you still want to bring in and they haven't bought, heck yeah, keep inviting them, keep selling to them in your VIP group, but at the same time, then have friends of friends or whomever host those parties, because then you're never slowing down. You're keeping that pipeline full. You have your repeat customers in your VIP group. Does my visual make sense with my hands? You have your pipeline, that's continuing to fill up because you have the people that you know, and then you are also hosting parties to expand your network. Hopefully that makes sense. So best of both worlds. And it is nice when you have your business for quite some time. And, if you yourself have a big network starting out, then that's awesome. But you basically can, in, some months, you can rely on that VIP group. You build that up because they keep buying from you. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, Donalda said, I have a party link at all times available in my VIP group. So it's a really smart way to do it, to buy your inventory that way, and then have your VIP customers always shop through a party that you are the hostess for, because we reps are super lucky. That's really uncommon in our industry, in the direct sales industry, to be able to collect party rewards. Hopefully that makes sense. Loaded, really good question, but loaded question. Does anybody else have any questions? Okay, I hope you guys are super excited. Remember what I said at the beginning. This is an exciting thing for you. This is so cool. You get to wear and share activewear for a living. You get to get paid for it. You get to wear super cute stuff. And I promise that we are all here for you in a way that you will get to understand, but we're all here to support you. If you ever have any questions, then you're welcome to come to any of us. Everybody's here to support you. So community over competition always. And welcome to Zaya. We're super excited for you. So I hope that everybody has a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys later.